Good evening, Facebook family and friends, YouTube family and friends. I am Sheba. I am your happy bug. And tonight is Tuesday, and it is Talk Tuesday. And it's one of those evenings where it's only me. I'm the only one on tonight. Nothing particular was actually going to be the topic tonight. As a matter of fact, I just didn't have a topic at all. So I didn't reach out to anyone. But what I did want to do tonight, I won't be on that long. But what I wanted to do is have a conversation, or because you can't have a conversation by yourself, so it's kind of dumb. But I want to just kind of chit chat and have a small chit chat about how important it is for us to know what it means to be appreciative and how we have to separate ourselves in appreciation as opposed to entitlement. And I think a lot more people don't give enough credit to what it means to be appreciative. And something very simple happened last night, but it made the world of a difference for me in my world. And it made the world of a difference for the gentleman or the few gentlemen I would come in contact with last night. I was very intrigued and overwhelmed almost with the gratitude that something as simple as giving a person a smile and what that could do for them. As people in life, we have to realize that not a lot of people appreciates everybody in their world. And when I say that very frankly because I think a lot of people don't care enough or they don't give a shit enough about other people and what they mean to other people's lives. A lot of us don't want to take responsibility for what it means to be a part of someone and what it means for us to be careful with other people and how important that is to life. So I was invited to a company dinner last evening, and I'm sure if you guys are on my page, that you saw me post all this wonderful food. The food was absolutely amazing. It was a little costly for my taste, but it was good for the cost, if that makes sense. I was a little uneasy at first, afraid that it wouldn't be as, excuse me, I don't know why my chair keeps going down, but it is. Um, I don't know. Well, anyway, that's never here. That's neither here nor there. I really enjoyed my dinner. A gentleman he came out to take my order, and it was so amazing. Okay, because he said, well, "What are you having to drink?" Assuming that I would be ordering an alcoholic beverage like everyone else. So he began to tell me what the alcoholic beverage entailed. And I looked at him. I said, "I just need a soda." So what kind of sodas do you have? And he said, "We have Coke products." I was like, "Great. So that means you have Cherry Coke or Dr. Pepper or Mr. Pibb. I think Mr. Pibb is a Coke product. So which one do you have?" And he said, "Well, those didn't make the cut, but I do have regular Coca-Cola." I was like, "Okay, well, I'll have a regular Coca-Cola." Long story short, he showed up with the Coca-Cola that he had poured the cherry juice from the cherries that they have at the bar. And he put four cherries on a stick and laid them on top of my glass. And out of everything that I received last night, that was the most important part of my whole meal because he did something he didn't absolutely have to do at all. And I thought that was very, very important. And it was very vital. And I noticed that he was very careful with me. Now, I don't know that no one else even noticed it because that's just how much people don't pay attention to the waiter. But before my steak would come out, well, okay, so that happened with the drink. I was so grateful. I was like, "Oh my God," because you can literally see the cherry juice at the bottom of this cup. I was so intrigued. I was so grateful. I was like, "Oh my God, praise Yahweh. Thank you." And I said, "Praise Yahweh." He said, "You're welcome." So he walked away. He later on, he would come back to take everybody's meal order. And he made it very important to make eye contact. And I don't know how many people looked in his eyes to make their order or when he would come over, but I know that he know that I was appreciative of his service. Okay. So he came back and he gave me my plate at the table that I was at. He gave me my plate and like he was supposed to give it to everyone. But it was the way that he turned my plate and looked at me. Are you set? Like almost as if, are you satisfied? And I just looked at him and I gave him a smile and I said, thank you. Of course he was like me. He was a cultured man. So I paid very close attention to be very careful with him more than anyone. But what I would come to find out is he might have needed it a little bit less than someone else because although I know he appreciated it and he knew that I appreciated him, the other guys made it a point to say that they appreciated it without saying it. So, anyways, he would come back and he would place the order. He would take everybody order. And he got to me, he was like, so what you gonna do? What you eating? And I thought that was really cool because he realized it was okay to be Dwayne. His name was Dwayne, by the way. He leaned up against the wall by where I was sitting and he said what I was eating. And I was like, I don't know. What about the filet mignon? Because I see the filet mignon, but a few years ago I was somewhere and I ordered the filet mignon and it showed up with a piece of bacon wrapped around. And he was like, well, not this filet mignon. It would never come with bacon. This is a pure piece of, prime beef and whatever the case might be. So I was so grateful. I was like, okay, well, I don't really know what to eat. Well, I don't know what steak. How do you know what steak is good? He said, why don't you just go for the porterhouse? And I said, okay, I'll eat the porterhouse. He said, how would you like it? I said, well done. He said, okay. And I said, well, let me ask you a question. Do you guys have any steak sauce? He said, well, we're a steakhouse. So of course we have steak sauce. I said, okay, well, I'll be very happy to have some of that when you bring my meal. He said, okay. Before my meal would show up, he showed up with steak sauce. He didn't give anyone else steak sauce before their meal came. And I thought it was very important that he was able to repay that level of appreciation. I knew he appreciated the way that he was dealt with. So as the night would progress, I met a couple other guys, and one of the guys, so amazingly, he came over to pour me some water. Now I know that we're at a restaurant, and I know that we're there to be served. But I think sometimes as people, we should just go that extra mile. You never know where a person come from. You never know why they landed doing that job when all these other jobs would very well have done. It can't be a sweet, good thing to be the waiter when so many people look down on the waiter. And I'm always extra careful when it comes to those people, more than I am with anyone in any other service business, because I know that they don't always feel their very best. So the guy came, he was pouring everybody else water. No one ever looked at the guy. Well, the guy came around, and as he was approaching me, I picked up my glass. I looked at him and I held my glass, and he said, oh my God, what a beautiful smile. Thank you. Thank you for your smile. And I knew that he was appreciative of that smile. My only point is, at times we just should go out of our way to be extra careful with people because, like us, no one knows our story. And just like people, we don't know their story. And I was so grateful. I'm actually really emotional because it was so many people in there, and it had to have been about 5 waiters that was coming through there. And every last one of them made it a point to make sure that they served me something. You never know what people need. You never know where they come from. You never know where they're trying to go. You never know what you could do in that very moment to give them the absolute world. Before I go, I also want to share another couple stories. Um, no matter where I work, I always make it a fact, a point, a deliberate point to meet the lady that cleans the bathroom. You never know how much it makes a person feel appreciated when the thing that they do is appreciated. A lot of us make a lot of money doing what we do. A lot of us have been a lot of people have been to college, so I think they feel it warrants them to be treated a certain way. Nothing ever warrants us to be treated a certain way. Nothing. Nothing. Everything, absolutely everything that we do or put in our lives does never warrant us to be treated a certain kind of way. I worked at one job and the lady just took so much pride in cleaning the bathroom. Well, if you know me personally, my bathroom is always clean. I feel the bathroom is a sanctuary. You go in there to bathe and you go in there to relax, whether you're going in there to relieve your body of its waste, no matter what type of waste it is, whether it's liquid or solid. When you go in there to take your bath, you go in there to brush your teeth. It is such an intimate place. And when people take pride in that restroom, to me, that means they take pride in making me comfortable. So a couple years ago, I don't know what I was going through, but I made it a point when what we call an AEP season, which is what we're peaking for right now at work. And everybody that was close enough for me to talk to daily, I wrote them a poem and put it in a frame. And I bought everybody else the same frame, but I went out my way to buy a floating frame for the lady who cleaned the bathroom. And I wrote her this poem, and I didn't realize that she didn't read English as well as she could say it, the way she could speak it verbally. And she showed up one day, I guess the day she received it or she looked at it. Um, I was away from my desk at the moment. The lady came to my desk in full tears, face was red as fire. And she said, no one has ever thanked me for cleaning any bathroom at any place I've ever worked. And I've always cleaned the bathroom. And she was appreciative in that moment. For 3 days, she came back. And for those few days, the first 2 days, I wasn't there because I had to take a couple of days off that AEP. And she brought her boss back because she wanted her boss to meet the lady who wrote her the poem for cleaning the bathroom. You never know what people are. You never know where they're coming from. You never know where they're trying to go. And you could be the very facet that can help them through that. And we became like these really good friends, and she was always so grateful. And I was too grateful to her, but she was too grateful to me. I started a new job on August 10th, and I made it my business to meet the lady that cleaned the bathroom. Every day I get to work with that lady downstairs, she opens that door. And after I originally met her, I spoke a little Spanish. She's from Venezuela somewhere. I forget exactly where she's from. I want to say it's either Venezuela or Peru. She's one of the two. And I wish I could remember precisely. But anyway, I asked her in Spanish, what is your name? ¿Cómo te llama? Se me llama is Juana. She said, my English is not good. She said it in English. And I said to her in Spanish, mi español no muy bueno. She's like, oh my God, you speak Spanish. The way that people open up when you show them that you're just even a piece of them makes all the difference in the world. Every day I get to work, that lady holds that door open for me if she sees me. And a week after she originally met me, she asked me, she said, "Do you remember my name?" And I said, "Yeah." She said, "Remember me? Remember my name?" And I said, "Yeah." She said, "What's my name?" I said, "Juana." And that just did something very special for this lady. It was such a promising feeling of satisfaction. And I look forward to those moments and everything. I try to always find something in my day to be appreciative of. I always try to find something in people to be appreciative of. I learn a lot about people through learning me, but I learn a lot more about the world through people because we're all so different. We all come from so many different places, and you just never know when a person really needs you. It is our ultimate goal in life to be of service to someone. I don't care who you are. I don't care where you come from. I don't give a fuck where you're going. You are of service to someone. I sell Medicare. Those people who are calling me, I provide a service for. I am a trainer. Those people who sit in my class, I am providing a service for. My children, when I work, I am providing a service for them. When I get to the grocery store and I'm making a purchase, I'm providing a service, although they're providing a service for me. Because if I don't shop, they don't get paid. So we're both providing services for each other. And I think that if we just learn how to appreciate the more smaller things in life and lose that feeling of entitlement, we as a people, as a nation, would have so much more. We would be so much better. I hope that if you're a fraction of a person that's trying to be better, that you will learn more of what it means to really be appreciative to life and really be appreciative to people. I learn a little bit of everybody's language. And if you just stop for 5 minutes everywhere you go to absorb something about someone that no one pays attention to, it would make you feel so much more of service to life. And hopefully, it would make you feel so much better about yourself. I'm not sure where you are in your world. I'm not sure on what part of your path you are on. If you're in that position in life that I hope we're all trying to go to try to be a better person, to look forward to doing things in life that's going to make things better. You will find that you have so many more moments to be happy. I went to work this morning, I saw two rainbows, and one of the rainbows it was so vibrant, it looked like a light almost. Now, I've seen a lot of rainbows in my day. I'm sure we all have. But it was something special about the rainbow because it was one rainbow on top of the other. That one on the bottom was so bright. I go to work in good spirits because guess what? I saw two rainbows. When I left my job today, I'm turning, if you're local to Fort Lauderdale or Sawgrass, I'm making a right on 136. And guess what I see? I see a rainbow. I was like, oh my God, another rainbow. What is happening? I'm dropping a lady off that I work with, and we're turned left. Well, I turned. Which way did I turn? Better yet, I didn't turn. I looked to my left, and I about maybe 8 or 9, maybe like 7 to 8 miles down the road, and guess what I saw? Another rainbow going this way this time. I thought that that was like the greatest highlight of my day. Be somebody's rainbow. Learn what it means to be more appreciative to life so that as a unit, as people, we can become more cohesive and we can deal with each other better and we can be so much better to each other. We can let go of the small stuff. We don't have to worry about everything that makes us unsatisfied or dissatisfied in life. because there's so many small things to appreciate. There are so many people to appreciate life with. And if we could just be more appreciative, it would make all the difference. I thank you so much for those of you who stopped by. I thank you for those of you who will stop by. And I pray that you can become more appreciative to your life. And I pray that life gives you everything that you need in it to feel satisfied. So until next Tuesday night, I want to say good night and thank you. And you have a great rest of your wonderful day. The Happy Bug is signing off.